Hello, I'm Sherry, and I recently sailed on an unforgettable solo cruise with Viking Ocean Cruises, exploring the empires of the Mediterranean from Venice to Athens. The weather throughout the voyage was sunny and warm and amazing, and very different from what you see here behind me at home. I boarded the Viking Saturn in the port of Chioggia, Italy, and set sail that evening to Koper, Slovenia, then Zadar and Dubrovnik, Croatia, Kotor, Montenegro, Corfu, Olympia, Santorini, and then finally finishing off in Athens, Greece. This sailing was filled with my travel bucket list destinations. From ancient ruins to medieval towns to modern art installations, whitewashed buildings and iconic blue dome churches, welcome to the empires of the Mediterranean. I explored iconic Lake Bled on an all-day tour, took a platina boat ride to Bled Island, and spent time admiring the views from Bled Castle. I visited the living movie set of Dubrovnik, Croatia, which was the main filming location for Game of Thrones, which I have yet to watch. I walked on the narrow streets of the old towns while our local guides relayed the history of their cities while describing modern life in these historic places. The sea was calm and soothing, and I looked forward to relaxing on my balcony in the warm air, surrounded by living history that I'd only read about in books. This is definitely a trip of a lifetime. With just 930 guests on board, the small size of Viking's ocean ships gave us the opportunity to access more ports, and tenders took us to locations where docking is not possible. Local guides knew the history of their cities in depth, and being part of the tours, we skipped the lines in the busy museums. After the tours, we had time to shop and explore on our own before setting sail again. Tours on this cruise included iconic stops such as Mouse Island, walking tours of the historic old towns, and I had time to shop for souvenirs and handcrafted items, taste some fresh olive oil, and indulge in some special treats. Viking's itineraries are destination-focused with enrichment lectures on board. Viking has won the most awards worldwide for the best cruise line, the best cabins, the best dining, best service, best overall value for money, and best small ships for first-time travelers. With one included shore excursion in every port and more optional excursions to choose from, I barely had time to book a spa treatment on board, but I did manage to indulge in both a manicure and a pedicure. I'd always dreamed of visiting the Greek island of Santorini and walking the winding cobblestone streets, admiring the whitewashed buildings and blue dome churches. And on this cruise, I was able to book an optional 8-hour excursion to do just this. The tour included sightseeing, shopping, and a visit to a winery with wine tasting and a snack of, you guessed it, olives. and a Greek lunch complete with the breaking of plates. On Viking ocean ships, every stateroom has a veranda and are quite roomy with heated bathroom floors. And did I mention 24-hour room service? North American plugs made it easy for me to recharge my gear, and the included Wi-Fi was quite strong on this sailing. On this cruise, I was able to check off a number of bucket list destinations, such as Zadar, Croatia, and listening to the sea organ play by the waves flowing through the tubes at the base of these marble steps. I visited Lake Bled and Bled Castle, which I had been Instagram stalking for years. I stood in the middle of the bridge and watched small boats pass through the Corinth Canal. I meandered through the ruins of ancient Corinth, imagining what it looked like in its former glory. I walked through the crypt pathway to the stadium and stepped in the footprints of those who had competed in the ancient Olympic Games. And not to mention the unexpected surprises from the ancient worlds, and also tasting new Slovenian food. Perfect sunsets and sunrises, and stunning views from on board completed an absolutely perfect cruise. Thanks for joining me on this travel bucket list trip. Would I do it again? Yes. Each sailing would be different depending on the excursions that I choose. If you have any questions about this sailing or Viking in general, please let me know in the comments, and I will see you in the next video.